Hi, everyone. I'm Jen Eggert of LAKIKID.com with Ask an Autism Mom Live. You can join me every Monday live on Facebook at 1 p.m. Eastern to meet other parents, learn tips, and share your insights. On today's show, I'll be talking with Alice Horn again. We all love Alice Horn and what she is doing for the travel industry for autism families. I'm going to let Alice introduce herself today for us and explain why she does what she does.
Well, thank you so much, Jen, and good to meet all of you out there in Facebook live chat land. I'm glad that Jen asked me to tell the story because I came to this journey a little bit differently than some others. I am actually the child of an autism parent. My dad, his name was Herbert Horn. Here he is. He was a very shy man. You could see he was a pianist. Here he is at the piano. And he also had autism. And as a child, of course, we didn't really understand what that meant. We didn't understand the ramifications, but we did know that it was very difficult to travel together and go on vacation as a family. So we were on a tight budget as a family of a professor. There wasn't a whole lot of money, and staying in a small hotel room with two rowdy little girls. And my dad, it was very difficult for my dad to have that experience. So we did travel, right? We went to see my grandmother who lived in a house. So when we went on vacation, it was to visit my grandmother. We got to stay in her home, and we all had our own privacy and our own space. And that meant that for my dad, it was a tolerable experience. He wasn't crammed into this small room with, in a noisy and not so private situation. Fast forward years later, I found myself in the travel business, CEO of a vacation rental company. And by the way, I'm the CEO of Vila Key, a vacation rental company specializing in vacation rentals in Orlando. And one day I was sitting at my computer, very much like I am right now, and looking at reviews from our guests. And I see this one review that was really a game changer. And it was from a mom who had a child with autism. And she had just stayed in one of our homes herself with her child. And she was just so thankful and so appreciative that she had been able to find a place that was quiet and safe and sensory friendly and private for her child. She didn't have to worry about what happened if he had a meltdown. And so she expressed all of this in her review. And for me, that was an aha moment. I realized that there might be other families like her who had challenges with the travel experience. Of course, I remembered my own experience with my dad, and that really led to the genesis of Vila Key with the autism focus.
Now, I just want to welcome everyone again and let you know that you are watching live on Facebook. You can also listen to our podcast or on YouTube. If you want to get alerts to join us live or ask questions live, you can visit lakikid.com/live or type the number 5 in the comment section now. Now, please remember, every like, every love, every interaction is appreciated and genuinely welcomed by all of us. I see some of you in the comments are actually posting where you're from. Today, because we're talking travel, let's post a hello from and post where you're from. Me, I'm hello from South Carolina. So let's see. We have Jason. Good morning, Jason, and Angela, and Shannon, and Amber. So welcome everyone from all over the United States. We are so excited to see you. If you're just joining us, you're listening to the Autism Mom Show, and today I'm sitting down with Alice from Vila Key, one of the only companies in travel that really focuses on autism travel and being friendly to our autism families. I can't wait to dig into this topic with you, but first, a huge shout out to our sponsor. Of course, our sponsor is LAKIKID, and I will show you again. We have our new writable lap pad. Very fun. Alice, I don't know if you've seen this yet. This is so much fun. You can actually use a water pen to draw on your lap pad. This thing is incredible. My daughter is in love already. Again, thank you to everyone who's watching. We've got Arizona, Pennsylvania, Deb in Kentucky, Heather in Wisconsin, Angela's in Kansas City, and of course, my mom in Canada. Hi, Mama. So, as you know, today we really want to talk travel and how we all know autism travel is extremely different than normal travel. I have 2 children. Jack is 14, and as you know, Riley is 7. And with Jack, we never thought anything of picking him up, packing him up, and taking off. Jack and I were known for doing what we wanted when we wanted. If we wanted to go to camp, we went to camp. If we wanted to do this, we did this. If I wanted to go hang out at a friend's overnight, I would. And then we had Riley. And Riley likes her home. She struggles even with simply going to sleep at a grandparent's house, which for most children is a huge enjoyment. I know my parents just had my sister's children this weekend, and they loved it. All kids love grandma's house. Well, Riley couldn't handle how it was different in the sensory overload. So Alice has looked at all of the aspects of that and kind of broken it down and made it easier for our families. Now, Alice, can you tell us what makes this company exactly the way it is?
Sure. So just coming back to the story with my dad and my aha moment with that one mom. So after we kind of came to the initial realization that there was a need out there with autism families, we proceeded to do some research. So I talked to just dozens of families who have kids with autism, and we also did a formal project with the Center for Autism Related Disabilities at the University of Miami. We did a focus group, and we learned about a lot of the issues that families who live with autism face. And of course, this all resonated with me because of my dad. And so, as Jen, as you were saying, first and foremost, kids with autism like familiar environments, right? Sometimes when they go to a place that is different, just by nature of it being different, that's a challenge. So for starters, when they stay in a vacation home as opposed to a hotel, that tends to be a much more familiar environment for them than staying in a hotel. There's no standing in line at the front desk. There's no crowded hotel lobbies. Every family can simply go up to their own front door. We give them a code. You enter it in the keypad. You walk into the front door of your home. So you're not worried about dealing with strangers or stairs or any of the issues that you might have in a hotel. Then once you're inside the home, we look for homes that have soothing colors, sensory-friendly environments. All of our homes in Orlando, or almost all of our homes, also do have pools. They are pool homes, and the pools are gated off from the home. So when you walk out into your back patio, before you jump in the pool, you have to open a very secure gate. So we add a lot of security issues, alarms on the doors. We know that some kids with autism like to wander off. And so we just really pay close attention to all of the needs that families living with autism face every day.
Now, you kind of already went over it, but you went over what sets you apart from other companies. You do those more sensory-friendly environments. It's a home instead of a big, noisy, loud, obnoxious hotel where there's so much going on. And another thing that I love about what sets Vila Key apart is Vila Key homes come with their own kitchen. Not only does that save you money, it helps with those huge dietary restrictions if you have any. It helps if you have a child who only eats XYZ. And
right. So one of the things that we learned, Jen, is that many families, many kids with autism do have special diets. They might be on gluten-free diets or a myriad of other special diets. So as we know, when you're going out to eat with a child who's even just a picky eater or has special dietary requirements, that can be challenging. By nature, a vacation rental home has a kitchen. And so when you walk into our homes, you'll find a kitchen that's fully stocked with all the equipment you might need. We can also arrange for grocery delivery. So if you do want to order those special gluten-free ingredients or whatever special ingredients you may need, that's easy to do. So imagine the experience of just being able to walk into your kitchen, walk into your home, you open that refrigerator, it's already fully stocked with all the stuff you might need for your first meal. Really what we're trying to do, Jen, is offer peace of mind, right? Not only are the kids uncertain about traveling, but as moms, we're uncertain about traveling, right? So we want to make sure that you know that somebody's in your corner and somebody is there that understands the situation, number one, but then can also take care of all those little things that can smooth the travel experience for autism families.
now, do you have any travel tips for our autism families?
Absolutely. And, I think for any mom and dad traveling with a young child, preparation is key, but that holds especially true for a child with autism. So one of the first things that we recommend is really building awareness with the child about what their experience is going to be like. So talking to them about what the trip is going to be like, explaining that they're going to be staying in a home just like their own house, but with their own bedroom, but it's going to be a different house. And to make that a little bit easier, we provide a social story. It's on our website, and you can download a social story and sit down with your child and just really go through all the steps of traveling. So not only do we show pictures of what it's like to be in a vacation home, but we also include what it's like to go to the airport, what it's like to ride in the car to the airport, all the elements of that trip so that they can be familiar ahead of time. And that's so very important with a child who has autism.
Now, what unique struggles do autism families face that most families don't face while traveling?
So I think that overcoming the fear of trying something that's new is the first thing. We try to help you through that situation, but then also going through the fact that flying can be challenging for families with autism is well documented. So, really being able to perhaps do a trial run with the airport, talking to people in security ahead of time, letting them know that you're traveling with a child with autism, not only at the airport, in the plane itself, really being able to communicate fully with everybody so that folks are prepared if there is a meltdown or, if there's something that happens that might be a little bit different than what they usually experience. And then, of course, bringing all the special equipment that you need as a family to help ease the trip, the headphones, and LAKIKID has so many great products, the weighted blanket or the neck pillow, whatever it is that as moms, we know what makes our child feel comforted, and just making sure that your child is surrounded with their special things that will make them feel familiar and at home.
Perfect. Now, I know you're super excited about something that's coming up in the very, very near future. This summer, Alice is embarking on a huge adventure. I actually researched it after I spoke to her and discovered that in a group setting, she is number one for this project. People are not realizing this yet and doing it. I will let Alice explain what's coming up in August.
Well, some of the great things happen because of collaboration, right? And because of the wonderful people that you meet. And so in August, we are doing the very first group family tour of Disney and all the Orlando attractions. So Universal, Aquatica, which is just became autism certified, and some other Orlando destinations. And this will be a group experience for up to 10 families. It is August 18th through the 24th. So it will be a week-long trip. Every family will be staying in their very own Vila Key home. So every day they will be heading off to, let's say, the Magic Kingdom. They will be going with my wonderful friend and collaborator, Nicole Thibault, who is an autism mom herself and also a wonderful family travel agent. And she will be accompanying the families, troubleshooting anything that comes up, answering questions, giving advice on how to get the passes, how to navigate the crowds and the lines at Disney, finding quiet places to escape to if that's needed from time to time. So she'll be there to guide everybody through the experience. We'll also be doing a welcome dinner with all the families. So it'll also be a great bonding experience for all the families to get to know each other and really share experiences. So, for many of the families, we think it'll be the first time they may travel with their child. And so it's an opportunity to do this together as a group and really share that very adventuresome, exciting first travel experience that can also be a little bit nerve-wracking. So, there's comfort in numbers for all of us.
Oh, yes. And I just want to say the wonderful thing about this group travel is you're not being held to, you have to go to Disney this day. If your child is not up to going to Disney with the group, you can opt out. Nicole will not feel upset if you say, no. I think I need a day to let my child swim and decompress in the home. And that's one thing that Nicole, being an autism mom, she'll understand and will accept. So I think that's wonderful that you have a schedule, but it's not you are forced to do every little thing.
Exactly. And she understands that so well because she's been through all these experiences herself. And as I said, most of the homes do have a pool. So, hey, if you want to chill out by the pool for a day, moms and dads with a glass of wine, kids in the pool in a very secure, gated setting, that's perfectly fine too. And it's really about finding your own pace and having that support if you need it, but also being able to retreat to your own home if that's what you prefer.
Now, I know we have the link for your event in August. There it is right there on your screen. I'm going to ask Miguel if you could also put it in the comments so that it's easier for people to click on. I would appreciate it. This is the link for their Disney group in August. Now, I really think that Alice has taken her life experience and made it into something rare, something amazing. She would make her father really proud. I bet you he's extremely proud, knowing that his little girl has turned his experiences into such a beautiful experience for other autism families. We all want to make our parents proud. Let's admit it. I don't think I know one person on the face of the earth. That's why whenever I see my mom comment, I'm always like, yay, my mom's watching. She's going to be so proud of me today. We all want to make our parents proud. Now, Alice has gone about it in a way that not many people would think of. She has taken this very personal experience and made it into something amazing, something that benefits so many autism families every year. Like I said, you can visit her website at myvilakey.com. And there is also the vacationkids.com/autism Disney group. Now, if you have any questions for myself or Alice, please post them in the comment section now. I will be checking. Angela White, you asked about the lap pad. Let me just touch on this real quick for a minute. This is not available yet. We are running a Kickstarter for this very, very soon. But do not forget, and I will have Miguel posted in the comments, we have a page that you can go to learn more about our brand new weighted lap pad and to enter a contest to win. The secret phrase for this contest is my lucky kid. Again, when it comes to the secret phrase, it is my lucky kid. So any questions for today? Let me go back to scrolling. I just wanted to touch on that before I forgot. We have so many people. We have Oklahoma. Raquel, thank you for loving us so much. I love to go live. I know Alice, this is her second time on our show. She loves to be here to help support autism families. Alice isn't just one of those people who says, I'm going to help autism families. Alice is one of those people who puts her boots on the ground and she actually gets the work done.
Yes, and Jen, you know, I think that all of us, right, we spend the majority of our time working. And so having the opportunity to do something that's meaningful and help others is just a gift, right? And Jen, I know you experience that, the gift of being able to help others every single day. Jason, the founder of LAKIKID, you know, I know that's a very, very important part of his life and his work at LAKIKID. So, you know, we're just blessed that we can do this kind of work. And I just want to thank everybody out there for, you know, being part of this journey, because it's a gift for us to be able to do, to be able to help others.
Exactly. And we come about it in different ways. Not everyone comes to the same place the same way. We all know that. Alice came by root of being an autistic man's daughter. I came about it because of Riley. Jason came about it because of his son. So we all have come to the same place, but we've traveled very different journeys. So in sharing our journeys, we show that it's not always the same, but you're still accepted and loved here no matter where you come from and how you got here.
And Jen, would it be okay if I share, I know we still have a few more minutes, if I share some of the stories that I heard from parents when we were kind of learning about the need for travel, or do we have questions from some?
We have one question, 2 questions. What is the cost of the vacation homes? And I know you said that they vary, right? So
right.
The best
so
your site.
If you're curious about the tour, then, you know, by all means visit the website and check out the cost for the tour. But you can also visit our vacation homes for, you know, for just as little as 3 days for a weekend. And they do depending on the time of the year, they vary from $120 a night for some of the smaller homes all the way up to $500 a night, of course, for a very large home at peak season. So everybody can definitely find something that suits your needs. And keep in mind that even our smaller homes have 3, 4, 5 bedrooms. So you're sharing that cost around several, quite a few people. So it becomes much more budget friendly than staying in a hotel.
So Shannon, go to myvilakey.com and that will answer all of your questions on exact pricing, because every home is a little bit different and every home has a little bit different layout, setup, offerings. So that way you can look at the homes that would be most enjoyable to you and the price they are. Now, April, what is included in the vacation package? Please check out the website we gave of the vacationkids.com/Autism Disney group. That will give you all of the information you need on that group. Alice, is there still spaces in that group for August?
Absolutely. We actually the website just went live today for the tour. So we absolutely still have spaces available, and, we welcome your participation, and either Nicole or I are happy to answer any questions. So, feel free to reach out after the interview and we'll answer any questions that you might have about the tour.
And I do want to say, for those of you in our Facebook group, Alice is in our Facebook group. I will tag her in a post today. And if you have any questions for Alice that were not answered just now, or you want to connect with her one-on-one and talk to her privately, I will tag her, and she is always wonderful at talking to us. Is this nationwide? Shannon, unfortunately, as of right now, they are only in Orlando. I know Alice's dream is to someday be nationwide. Yes. They are working on expanding, but currently it is just the Orlando area.
That's correct.
Now, Alice, if you want to go ahead and give us one quick story before we have to sign off, that would be great.
Sure. So, one of the things that I really enjoyed in talking to all of the autism parents was just learning about their experiences. And the one that really stayed with me was from a family. Well, there's many that stayed with me, but one was from a family that did stay in a hotel with their child. And they checked in, and lo and behold, he proceeded to have just a huge meltdown, which went on for a long, long time. And it was sort of echoing through all the hotel rooms. And this poor family was actually reported to security at the front desk because they were suspected of abusing their child. So, that to me first of all, it brings home the fact that everybody needs to be sensitized and made aware of what it's like to raise a child with autism, because that should never have to happen to anybody. But then also, if it does happen in a home, you have privacy. So, that was just one of the things that resonated with me as, just confirming the need for having your own private vacation home when you travel as an autism family.
Now, we have one quick question, Alice. Angela White, a longtime viewer, wants to know when off-peak season is.
Great question. So Orlando, for those of you who have been to Disney in Orlando, you know that it can be very crowded and it can be very expensive. So we find that if you have flexibility to travel when other kids might be in school, those are great times. Our two slowest months are in May and also the very beginning of June. So before people really start coming for summer travel, in September, and actually the last 2 weeks in August tend to slow down a little bit too, because a lot of the southern states go back to school then, so you don't have as many kids visiting. So I would say second 2 weeks of August, all of September, all of October, and then November through Thanksgiving. And then, of course, Thanksgiving becomes very busy again.
Right, with all the holiday.
Exactly. And beginning of December before, so there's a little bit of a gap there after Thanksgiving and before Christmas as well.
Now, Angela, I'm going to suggest if you're actually thinking of doing Disney, when I tag Alice in group later, maybe talking to her, because I know your needs are different than most. You homeschool your son. So your timing compared to most families' timing is a little bit different.
And can I just interject too, Jen? For moms who do homeschool, a lot of the parks have curriculum that you can use as you're going through the park and turning it into an educational experience. And, of course, there's Epcot, which is very educational. Universal has educational experiences built in. So, hey, turn it into an educational experience.
Oh, Angela, I know you well, and I know that you are thinking, those little wheels in your brains are turning, thinking, educational, Epcot, Disney, I can do this. So that's something I did not know, and that's very interesting, how you can turn your simple Disney trip into an educational trip. Now, unfortunately, I need to wrap it up for today. I want to thank all of you for joining us, especially Alice. We love to have you on our show. You're always welcome to join us. I will be tagging Alice I will be tagging Alice in our Facebook parent group, which is lakikid.com/group. You can join us there at any time, and we would love to support you and show you that you are not alone in this autism journey. Alice will be tagged in a post in there today so that people who have questions and want more in-depth information, they can look. I will ask that once I take Alice in the post, she posts her links for her website as well as her August program so that you guys can get more information on that. Now, thank you all for joining us today. I'm Jen Eggert of Ask an Autism Mom by LAKIKID.com, and you can join me every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern for more parenting tips. Remember, you can always join our parent support group at LAKIKID.com. Also, if you have any questions about today's show, visit us at LAKIKID.com/ask, where you can leave us any questions and I will answer them on an upcoming show. Also, by typing the number 5, folks, in the comments section. You can subscribe to YouTube by clicking the subscribe button and then hit the bell to get notifications on when we go live. So you can join us on many different platforms. We are expanding every week, it feels like. So please join us. I will have a blog written up about today's show later this week. So please check that out. And thank you for watching, everyone. And remember, every child brings good luck.
Jen, thank you.